So you have an amazing example called ladydai. That is 2nd century BCE, beginning of the Han Dynasty. She's extremely lucky. Her tomb was well preserved because the area of Changsha was dry overall, so that her body wasn't perishable. You will see the example. So when her tomb was excavated, she had this many Confucian literature. So people knew how to read and write, medical treatise, or books on astronomy, or 2 texts of Yin and Yang, or I Ching, Book of Changes. So they know. And this ladydai had 3 coffins. All of them are lacquers. Oh, and then finally, inside the tomb, we found the mummified body of ladydai. But she was wrapped by these clothes, and the clothes was also analyzed and treated. And this is the reconstruction of the garment of the ladydai. And she also had a painting, the funerary painting. So that is, where's the funerary painting? I didn't bring the funerary painting. Okay. So there is a large banner. It looks like a T-shaped large banner. And this one was covering the tomb of this lady. Like it was on top of the tomb. And she is depicted right in the middle of the painting, and that is her. So this is ladydai. This is ladydai. This is ladydai. And the garment that they reconstructed is shenyi. And a long garment with a loose sleeve. Again, it's usually like a round area, probably a long fabric hanging. And then you tuck in the remaining part again toward your front, right? So that's how we see her clothes. And obviously, ladydai had beautiful swirling patterns decorating her garment. And she also had a little bit of a headpiece, some flower hanging on top of the head. So that's what people reconstructed, like a hanging pieces, either like a pearls or beaded decorations hanging from her hair. And that is the woman. So anyhow, but we also found, so people ran the scientific evaluation, right? So we found that she died peacefully, probably like a heart attack kind of thing, like an accident, not by illness, because in her stomach, she had melon seeds. Isn't it interesting? Like a melon seeds were discovered. So she had her dinner, and then she just had a heart attack or something, and then died suddenly. She died at the age of 50, but her tomb is lavishly provided. And the reason is her husband, Li Chang, was the governor of this southern China. So she lived like almost like a ruler in that little area. And she had this expensive lacquer coffins. And then she had other textile fragments too. She had blankets, pillow, everything. But anyhow, if you see attendees, so the ladies behind her are her like servants or companions, right? So silhouette are similar, like a shenyi, right? Like they wrapped around the bodies and full sleeves, but their clothes are in just the solid colors without these kind of beautiful embroidery patterns. And then men, these are women. And then if you see the men, do you remember this headgear, right? Something on the top, and then you have a string around the face, right, covering. So that's what we've seen in that silk banner of the man riding the dragon, right? Similar clothes. So this man is giving her a document and say, well, if you show this document to the Lord of the heaven, they will know that you deserve a place in the heaven. So she's well taken care of. So Chinese people believe that afterlife is a continuation of this life. And also, This one is more like a multi-color embroideries, and then in the reconstructed garment, you see a floral motif, you know, like a lined up, right? Like a, you know, woven together as a pattern. And we will see example of this textile later on. So if you see other funerary doll, we also see examples of shenyi, right? Like now you somehow, you know, see that this is shenyi all the time. So band, again, you wrap it around, then, you know, little piece comes back to you, and then you put the waistband, and then sleeves are long and loose so that you have your hands hidden. So this is an example. Plain colored silk gauze, and then it has like a silk, different colored silk band. It does not have this end, so that it looks a bit like the one over here.